whenever we're looking at access and inclusion for disabled fans, it's not just the infrastructure of the stadium. We have to take a step back and look at that whole holistic approach, that journey to the stadium, from booking a ticket, from the information we put that's on the website and putting it on there. Now, there are some cracking examples out there, some really good work that clubs are doing in delivering it. And this was spotlighted perhaps maybe with the Premier League pledge, and in some instances was happening before that. But we do need to make sure that the momentum of the pledge isn't lost, and the impact of COVID doesn't mean that we're starting two steps backwards, and we're really looking ahead and pushing further on. There will be some heightened level of anxiety for some disabled fans who are in there, and a number of disabled fans being clinically extremely vulnerable, where they've been told that you have to stay at home for 12 months. And we've been told that this is really, really important to preserve the individual, preserve family members around the individual as well, and that will undoubtedly left some anxiety on that, and that's something that we're all going to experience, that re-engagement of social inclusion, and if we need to be able to give better information to tackle that, about what the experience is going to look like, what it's going to feel like, give people confidence, and it's building that confidence back in people that these measures are in place. And we've seen what clubs want, what fans want to put in place in the survey is about those hand sanitizing station, masks, and stuff like that, and it's the visible tangible kind of confidence markers, as well as practical markers as well, which they need to adopt. And I suppose surprising wise, sport is so important for some people. So some people in the community, it might be their only access to the community that week, that couple of weeks, and not having sport has provided a huge hole. You can't replicate watching, if you're going home and away watching watching your team, you can't replicate that at home. So people are itching to kind of get back, and yeah, it is really pleasing. But it's something that we need to ensure that kind of is not now going to be restrictive for anyone who wants to go back. There's between I suppose late 50s and early 60s DSAs across the country. So not every club does have a DSA. So going back to the point about what would we say to a fan who wants to get involved in it is, firstly, contact your club. That's a really the way to see if they can have one. Level Playing Field has a club information page for every single club on our website, and they'll have information from a disabled supporter association who've given us GDPR consent to put their details up, so you can contact them, and that would be the best way. I think DSAs are important. They've got so many different functions at the club. Function from raising questions with the club, being the go-to information between clubs and fans. They also provide that social outlet and that support. We've seen incredible work. An example of Swansea City Disabled Supporters Association during this pandemic have been incredible in supporting the disabled fans in the local area and beyond. And that's been really positive to do that. And I just urge disabled fans, if they want to get involved, to do so. But also some disabled fans may not want to join a group such as that. They might want to just first and foremost are a fan, and we'll do that as well. So it certainly is kind of really lending itself to kind of what are your feelings, how do you want to get involved. Disabled Support Association are a brilliant aspect to kind of to get involved in raising inquiry, raising concerns, helping clubs shape their support for disabled fans at the stadium, and making sure that that's at the top of the agenda. But also you've seen clubs who are doing incredible work from a social element, from having events and dinners and engagement with players and Christmas parties, and as we reopen, there'll be another aspect that we can enjoy and getting back into. We certainly really enjoy going back to meeting with DSAs and being have the opportunity to spend time with them at events as well.